Hey y'all, it is many weeks later and I still haven't gotten these plants moved out. There's been a lot of things happening, going on, and I'm trying to get to it. Well, I was planning to try to get to it today, which is Tuesday, and it's already after 5. It's almost 7. But I think it's going to rain, so maybe I won't be able to do it. Maybe I'll get them moved out at least, but I won't get them transplanted into containers or in the ground. But this is how bad this is. They're coming from, it may be some coming from this shelf that are going all the way up. I'm not sure. So I don't know how I'm going to get this out without damaging these, but that's what I'm going to try to do, just to get these outdoors right now. All right, I'm almost finished. I only had a few casualties, like the tip of that one plant. Now I have to get this out and see how these fare, but as you'll see when I show you what I have in the greenhouse, I had better luck with these than I could have asked for. Way more than I expected. Alright, so I just set this greenhouse up. Sorry, the mowing just started. I hope it's... May I go get my mic? Alright, so I got my mic and hopefully that is better. Anyway, I got all these things out here and I did just get this greenhouse up this past weekend. I've been wanting a greenhouse, but I didn't want to assemble it, or I didn't have time to, or I just didn't want to. Anyway, so I got a pop-up one. So that was something I could put up. It took me no more than 10 or 15 minutes and then getting the cover on, but now I have a greenhouse again. Although I do have some extra greenhouses. I have a total of 3.5 greenhouses. 3.5. Anyway, kind of long story, but just summarizing on the greenhouses. I got that last year. I got that lean-to greenhouse that I want to attach to my patio. I still haven't done that. Then I bought these like clear panels because I decided, I'm gonna build a greenhouse. Well, I never bought the wood, but I did get the panels, and I was just gonna wing it. I figured I could figure out how to make a box, like a rectangular shape, and put a roof on it, and I figured I could do that eventually. Maybe I'll use that instead to make a chicken coop or a quail coop, because right now I have a third greenhouse that I also received today, and I ordered that because I was impatient. I ordered that one because it was cheap and it was under $60, so I was like, I'll go ahead and get that. It was similar to the one I had last year that lasted for 2 or 3 years until the wind blew it over. It's really because of this right here wasn't anchored down. It's kind of heavy, this shelf, and I have it zip tied, I think, to kind of stabilize it. Maybe I don't. I do. I have it zip tied, I think, at the bottom, in hopes of it not falling. And I also screwed the greenhouse legs into wood, and then I put bricks on the wood to anchor it. So hopefully this will not be blown away and will last for me. But I do have another greenhouse I received today that's similar to the one I used to have. I'm gonna have to find somewhere else to find somewhere else to put it, because I tried to cancel it within like an hour of clicking order, and even though it didn't come until today, so I ordered it last Wednesday or Thursday. Anyway, even though I tried to cancel within an hour and it didn't get here until many days later, they claimed that it was already in process. It was too late to cancel. So now I have 3.5 greenhouses, counting this one, plus the lean-to that I'm still going to attach to my patio. The new one that I'm going to use, I think I'll use it for storage somewhere too, because this is only 4x6, so it's not huge. And then the half of the greenhouse, which is just the panels, I'm going to use that, I think, to make a chicken coop, because I'm back to wanting chickens or quails, one or the other. Anyway, back to my point on this. These fared way better than I expected. I didn't lose hardly any of the tops. I mean, I think I really only lost the top of one, even though they were growing up through the shelves. So these things really want to live. and they, look like mostly male flowers on these plants. But I'm gonna go ahead and water these because it is warmer outside than it is in my house, of course. So I'm gonna water them and hope that they fare well overnight because I'm gonna start putting them in the ground and in containers now. And that was the delay with getting these moved, was because I didn't have anywhere to put them. I don't have a place for everything yet. Um, if you look out into the garden, I still have these beds over here. I did work on my drip at least, but I still have these beds and stuff that I want to move. I think I'm going to remove this, but I'm letting the sunflowers be in here for now. I removed the cucumbers that volunteered out of here. I put several of the ones that volunteered in here into this bed, and they have been producing for me a lot of cucumbers. And then over here, those plants, those weeds, volunteers, those are tomatillas, but they are not doing well. They are scrawny. When I first grew these, they were like 7 feet tall. They were huge, and they were, so I don't think these are going to produce well as second gen or whatever gen they are now. So I'm probably going to go ahead and pull those out. But if they produce before I get to that, then they'll just be able to produce. But it doesn't look, they have flowers, so we'll see. But they just don't look the same as those plants that I originally planted 3 or 4 years ago. Anyway, it's been raining a lot, so I have a lot of mushrooms all over my yard. That's the only reason I'm kind of glad my dogs would have tried to eat this up. So I'm glad I don't have to worry about getting this out. I did move these into the bed either yesterday or the day before. I think the day before. In the rain, I did it, or right after the rain. And these were store bought, $2 each. And so I got those out at least. I'm getting a lot of cucumbers. I'm getting a lot of tomatoes. I need to harvest some. If you can see them, this is an old one. There goes some that are ready. That should be fine. The ones that are not on the ground yet. But yeah, I did get my drip in here at least. I don't know how well y'all gonna be able to hear me with all this racket with this more. But I wanted to show the blueberries, and I'm gonna come back out here and harvest a lot of these blueberries and eat them tonight. So a lot of these are definitely ready. All right, y'all. So I'm still outside, and instead of harvesting my blueberries, which I'm still gonna do, I went ahead and put some of the peppers in pots, slightly larger pots, and I have all of these peppers to put out. And most of these I'm gonna put directly out into the garden. And then these are more tomatoes, and I'm gonna put them in pots or directly out into the garden. And then I don't forget what all this is, but I'm gonna get into pots also. And then of course this random stuff that I put up there that I hope y'all can see it. All right, yeah, you can see it. A lot of stuff up there. And one other thing. So I put these 4 tomatoes out into these containers. So anyway, let me get to my blueberries. All right, so there are a lot of blueberries ready over here. I don't have my boots on. I'm just gonna put my bowl down and start picking. Trying to get the ones that are completely blue. This one has a little bit of purple to it. I'm just getting enough to eat right now. Oh man. Oh, these are definitely ready. I need both hands, so. All right, so I just got a quick snack. I tried to mainly get the big ones. I got at least one that wasn't ready, maybe one that's a little old. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, y'all.